Hello, today I will be showing you how to make a very quick, easy, and simple little DIY craft project. Now this is actually really good timing for this because with all the ingredients that you need to make this project, you're going to have a ton left over if you're just planning on making one. So you can make multiples of them and give them out as little Christmas presents and things like that to your friends. Now I personally am calling this a galaxy jar. But that's just based on the colors that I used to make it look more like a galaxy. You can actually use any colors you like. If this is too girly for you, but you think it's cool, you can use whatever colors you like to do it. Okay, so the ingredients that you will need for this project are cotton balls. According to Walmart, these are jumbo cotton balls, but they're only about this big. So the bigger cotton balls that you can find, the better actually, but these will work in a pinch. So you need cotton balls. You will need a glass jar of some sort, a clear one preferably. I'm just using a mason jar because that's what I have. You will also need, I'm using 4 different colors of paint. Like I said, you can use whatever paint colors you like or however many more or less you want to use. And then you will need, since I'm using 4 colors of paint, I need 4 plastic cups or jars or containers to mix paint and water into. Use the same amount of cups as the paint colors you're using. So you need cups, water, paint, a jar, cotton balls, and glitter. I have 2 different types of glitter here. This one is extra fine, and this one, as you can see, is not fine at all. You don't have to have 2 different types of glitter. I just prefer this way because I like the way it looks better. So, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take, let me angle this down a little bit. There we go. You're going to take your glass jar and you're going to take cotton balls. This is a cotton ball. It's just been stretched out a little bit. Don't break it in half, but you want to stretch it out a little bit because it will actually absorb the color much easier. And take your cotton balls, and in my case I'm using a plastic knife because that's just what I have right now, but if you have like a pencil or a popsicle stick, feel free to use that. That's just because this jar is kind of small and it's kind of hard to get your hands all the way down to the jar. And just throw your torn cotton balls into the bottom of the jar. Since I'm going to be using 4 colors, in my mind I'm going to try to split the jar into 4 sections, 1 for each color. In that case, you're going to want to use way more cotton balls than you think because the cotton balls are going to absorb a ton more paint than you actually think they are. So just go ahead and throw way more cotton balls than you think you're going to need into the jar. The more you do this, whether you're just doing, your second or third layer or your third or fourth jar, you'll be able to eyeball it better and better as you go. So once you get your first layer of cotton into the jar, you're going to take your glitter. And in my case, I'm using 2 types, like I mentioned earlier. So I'm going to pour in the extra fine glitter first. Use as much or as little as you like. Make sure it's closed when you're not using that. I'm sure we all know how disastrous glitter is. And then I'll use the bigger glitter. And now what you're going to do is take your first color of paint. Out of the 4 I have here, I'm going to be using light blue because I want to do kind of like a gradient situation so they blend easier. And pour the paint on top of the cotton. Try to spread out as much as you can, as in, like turning the jar, because you want to coat all the cotton. And you're actually going to want to put a little extra liquid in there. See, mine didn't quite make it all the way, and there's still a little paint left in the bottom of the cup. So just take some water and pour a little bit more into the cup, and then take whatever you used to mix the paint with in the first place and mix that up just a little bit more, just to get a little bit extra liquid into the cup, because you actually want to be fairly liquidy, and I'll explain that in a minute. So there's your first layer. Feel free to mix it up a little bit, try to get your glitter spread around, or use your knife, or my knife in this case, and mush down your cotton balls a little bit. And you're going to start your second layer and do the exact same thing you did the first time, only now you're going to use your second color. But you repeat the exact same process, the exact same steps. Put your cotton in, excuse me, pour your glitter on top, pour the paint in. Start your next layer. Cotton, glitter, paint. Over and over again until you get all your colors used up. And in the end, you will have something that looks like this. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this project.